Hey everyone, okay, in this video we'll see how to configure WOS 3000 using desktop application. We'll do basic configuration. In this video we'll create rates, we'll create customer account, and then we'll add mapping gateway to that customer, and finally we will create routing gateway. So let's get started. First of all, we'll go to rates. I would like to give you a brief introduction of this bar that we have on top. First of all, let me close it. If you click on any of the option on your left side and you click open, or you double click on this option, you will open that rate page. Okay, then we have filter. We'll see this option later on. Okay, then we have copy and paste is disabled right now. Then we have add button. By clicking add, you can add the rate group. For example, I'll name it customer test rate. Okay, whenever you in WOS 3000 desktop application, whenever you make any changings on any of the options, you must click apply button. Okay, now you see the rate group has been successfully created. Now I will click and select this option open. Now I will go into this rate group option to add rates and prefix. I will simply click add. I will enter rate prefix. Again, I will use United Kingdom example to add the rates, because UK has a very less area code and prefixes. 441 is the prefix for landline. I will simply enter the area prefix here. Then I'll select international, since this is an international code. Then I will select billing cycle, which is going to be 1 by 1, and I'll enter the minute cost. For example, I want to give 0.007 cent per minute to my customers. I'll click 7. I'll enter 7, and after making all the changings, I will simply click apply button, which is right here. Okay, just select the default option, promote, and click OK. Now if you want to enter rates again, you can just copy and paste, and you can do the modification. For example, 2 is the prefix for UK landline. Then I will add 7. Okay, this 447 is prefix for UK mobile. Obviously, then there are many other networks area codes, area prefix, which we can enter, but for this example I'm just going to enter 447 and click apply button. Before I'll do that, I need to change the rate maybe to 0.2 cent per minute, and I'll hit apply button. Okay, now the rates has been successfully added. Now here is one more example that you want to give some other prefix to your customer. For example, you want your customer to send calls starting prefix with 555 to United Kingdom mobile code 7. So you will enter 555,447, and you can change the billing cycle to 1 by 1 and rate to 0.02 cent per minute, and select the international and click apply button to make the changes. Now I will give you one example which mostly customer do the mistake, which is this. Usually, for example, you want your customer to dial with prefix again, with some other prefix, for example 44. Well, no, not this one. Let me take 232. This is the prefix that you want your customer to dial to UK landline 441. Now usually what customer admin do, they simply add same prefix on both sides and they do apply. Now this configuration is wrong. Your user is going to send call starting with prefix 232441, whereas you have added this information twice. Now this setting is wrong and the calls will be failed. In order to make it correct, you need to delete this and add it once again with prefix 232 and in area prefix 441. Select international, billing cycle is 1 and rate is 0.007. Now you can see the difference. The columns with white background, white table, which means they are old records, with gray, which means that you have deleted this entry, with yellow, which means this is a new entry. Now there are two ways to create a rate. Either you enter the value in rate prefix and area prefix, or let me show you the second way. The most important part you must enter in VOS is area prefix. What you can do, you can enter whole prefix, country code and area prefix all together in this area prefix. Let me take one more example, that you want to have your customer to dial on prefix using 889 on UK country code 44 to area prefix 2, which is also UK landline code. Now this is a complete and correct format. Okay, now your customer is going to dial using prefix 889, okay, and country code is 44 and area code is 2, which is also landline code for UK. Again, you will select international, billing rate is 1 by 1, that is up to your need, and billing cycle is 0.07 cent per minute. I'll apply. Okay, now you see all columns get to white. Now these settings are wrong. You can either use any of these format. All of these format will work. Now next option, I will go to navigation. I will go to account management and I will add a customer. I will just give a random name, customer test. Account name will be selected automatically. You can change it, the name, if you need to. The next part, which is very important, to select the billing rate, which is I have already created. I will select and I will click apply. Now you see Now this is red. If you press filter button, you'll see this is red. Now when you have red sign on your column, there are two indication. Either the balance of this customer is getting low or is already finished. The second option, the IP addresses that you have added on this account's mapping gateway belongs to some other customer. Okay, I will show you that example later on. First of all, I'm going to add payment into this account. And I'll click apply. Once I do filter, you see the red sign is gone on this column. The next step I'll do, I will add mapping gateway to this customer. I'll click add. I'll enter customer gateway. I'll just give it a random name. Then I'll select international. I'll set the line limit, how much concurrent call your customer can send to this mapping gateway. For example, I'll set to 64. Then I need to enter the IP address of this mapping gateway. I'll select edit. Here I will enter the IP address. I'm just going to enter a random IP address. Okay, and select OK. Once you have done the settings, just remember to click on apply button whenever you make any change. No matter you add the account, you delete it, or you make any edit, you must click apply button to make effective the changings. Okay, now you see I have created the mapping gateway successfully. Now let me close this. Now let me give you one more example why you can see the red column on this section. I have already told you there can be two reasons. One, the balance is low. Second, you have entered the same IP address of mapping gateway on two customers. Now I will add one more customer. I'll name it second customer. I'll select the rate type. Again, I'll click apply. I'll add balance. Now this time I'll add overdraft. For example, you are dealing with this customer on credit, so I'll add $500 credit to this customer. Now again you see the red sign is gone because I have added overdraft limit, which means credit that you are dealing with your customer. Now I'm going to add mapping gateway. To add mapping gateway, I'll select that customer and click on gateway management. Now I will add any random name, second customer gateway. For example, I just give it a name, select international, give it a capacity, line limit, which means, and enter the IP address. Forcefully I'm going to give the same IP address which I have already gave it to one of my customer, and I will see the difference on accounts. I entered and I click apply button. Now I will close it. I will close all the windows to show you the changings. Now I will go back to account management again. To see the accounts, I must click filter button. Okay, here are the options. Okay, now we have same IP addresses on mapping gateway. Now just consider this: you have huge number of customers, a huge list of customers, and when you go to gateway management, you see this is red. It means that this IP address has been assigned to some other customer. Now just imagine you have 100 of customers here, and if you want to see which other customer have same IP address, now to find out there are certain ways. Either you can enter the IP address in mapping gateway here, IP address, but now this will not work because it has checked that account ID and this is disabled. So the best option is to go to account management and then mapping gateway option. Click here, check this option, enter the IP address and click filter, and you will get the record of your customers, and you'll find out where the problem exists. So I will change the IP address just to show you. I'll uncheck this and I'll click filter. Now you see the red sign is gone, which means now it's working fine and call will go through. Okay, now finally I will configure routing gateway. Add, I will give it a name, routing gateway. I will add the prefix. I'll click here, add, and I will enter the prefix which I have already entered in rates. So this has to be matched. Whatever rates you have in your rates group, those prefix must be matched on this section. For example, I will enter 44. Okay, I'll press OK, and now next thing what I need to do, I need to enter my routing gateway IP address. I'll select static and I will enter a random test IP. Okay, you can change the SIP port if your vendor or your routing provider is using any other port. Just enter that port on this section. Click OK, apply. That's it. Now you have configured your WAS basic settings. Now once your customer will send the calls, it will be connected to this routing gateway. Now let me take one more example. Let me show you. If I'll open rates, if I go to rates, you see I have defined different prefix as well, 555, 232 and 889. I assume I have one more vendor providing me UK route with high quality. So for high quality I want to give a different prefix to my customers. For example, 889. So in order to add one more routing gateway, I can add just copy and paste and enter 889 prefix here, or I can click this small button and go here and add directly here. One more prefix I want to assign is 555, which is also a UK landline prefix. Once I do this and apply, also I need to change the name as well. I'll name it second routing gateway, and obviously I can change the IP address. I'll enter any IP, since this is just a test, it's a demo. I'm not going to enter real IP address. Now it's working. Now the customers who are sending calls using prefix 555 or 889, it will be forward to this routing gateway. Now for example, your customers are sending calls using prefix 555 and 889, but your routing gateway, your vendor wants you to send calls on UK landline with different prefix. What you will do is you will click on edit, you will go to routing prefix. Here you can add those rules. For example, I'll click this small button, I'll click add. Now initial prefix is the prefix that I'm getting from my customers, which is 889, and destination prefix, like what prefix I want to send to my vendor or routing gateway. For example, my routing gateway wants me to send calls to UK landline with 0044. Okay, sorry, you also need to mention 44 here as well. So now this whole string will be replaced with this string and it will be sent to the vendor. Similarly, I have one more initial prefix, which is 55544. Okay, now for same vendor, he wants me to send these calls with same prefix 0044. So I will simply replace the strings, okay, with initial and destination prefix. I'll select OK, hit OK, apply. Now you might have a question. The question could be why I have added 55544 here, whereas on this section I have only added the starting prefix. The answer is routing gateway match the initial prefix to send the call to the right vendor, whereas routing calling rewrite rules should match whole prefix which is coming to your customer and going to your vendor. So you need to define the complete prefix. Okay, here's an option. You can also add complete prefix here as well, which will again work fine, like this, and click apply. Like both settings are okay. Again, let me explain you. The gateway prefix is something that routing gateway need to match the initial prefix to send the call to the right vendor. For best practice, you must enter the complete prefix on the routing gateway on this section. If you have only few routing gateway like 1 or 2, you can enter the only you can now enter only starting prefix, which is 555 or 44 or whatsoever. But if you are dealing with A to Z routes and you have multiple routes, then you must define the complete prefix, starting prefix, country code and area code on this section. Okay, for example, 1, 2 is the prefix that we have assigned in our rates. Let me go back and double check it. Okay, for 889 we have prefix 442. Now let me match it. Yes, calls coming from your customer on prefix 55541 will be routed to this gateway. Calls coming from your customer on prefix 889442 will be routed to this routing gateway automatically. Now we have done the basic settings, and this cover up our basic configuration of WOS 3000 desktop client. Hope to see you on next video tutorial. Bye bye.